Request impromptu request. So you can sing some versions of Nitai, Lonitai versions. Do you have, if you have, okay. So you can have the songs on the kksongs.com, kksongs.com. Yeah, okay. You go to this website, kksongs.com. kksongs.com, you find. Okay, just type Nitaguna Manyamara. Yeah, kksongs.com. Song, yeah, you just open the site. I think .org, yeah, .org. KK Songs. Okay. Lyrics side at the end. Okay, Nita Guna Maniamara. Go down. Start with, no, you have to go down. Okay, Nita Guna Mani, this one. Yeah. Nita Guna Maniamara. No, this one here. Okay. Okay. So you're gonna sing these songs together, and I sing. You follow me. There are many songs that glorify Lord Nityananda. So this is one of them. Hare Krishna. Nitai Guna Mani Amara, Nitai Guna Mani Amara. Nitai Guna Mani Amara, Nitai Guna Mani Amara. Aniya Premara Baya Basailu Abani. Aniya Premara Baya Basailu Amani. Premara Baya Loya Nitai Gugda Desi. Mera Banyalo Yanita La Goda Desi. Dubilu Bakate Kanadina Hinabase. Dubilu Bakata Ganadina Hinabase. Dinaina Patit Pamara Naya Bache Pamara. Dinaina Patita Pamara Naya Bache Pamara. Dulaba Premara Sabaki Jachabada. Dulaba Prema Sabaka Abada. Karuna Sindhu Katya Noina Gare Gare. Karuna Sindhu Katya Moana Gare Gare. Mule prema amiyara bana. Mule prema amiyara bana. Lo jambole nani tajibana bajilo. Lo jambole nani tajibana bajilo. Jani yasune yaseyi atmagati oilo. Jani yasune yaseyi atmagati oilo. Nitaguna manyamara, nitaguna mani. Nitaguna manyamara, nitaguna mani. Aniya premera baya basahila bani. Aniya premera baya basahila bani. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Another Nadia Godruman Itananda Mahajan is also there. Nadia Godruman Itananda Mahajan. Nadia Godruman Itananda. Nadia, yeah, no, open, yeah, that one. Nadia Godrume Nityananda Mahajan Patiache Namu Atanti Vera Karam. Nadia Godrume Nityananda Mahajan Patiache Namu Atanti Vera Karam. Sadavanjanae, Sadavanjanae. Nadia Godrume Nityananda Mahajan Patiache Namu Atanti Vera Karam. Agna Bai Nagedika Agna Bai Nagedika Bolo Krishna Bhajo Krishna Karo Krishna Sika Bolo Krishna Bhajo Krishna Karo Krishna Sika Nadia Godrume Nityananda Mahajan Patiache Namu Atanti Vera Karam. Paradasya Ela Krishna na Paradasya Ela Krishna na Krishna Mata Krishna Pita Krishna Dana Pram Krishna Mata Krishna Pita Krishna Dana Pram Madhya Gotula Nityananda Madham Patya Chena Mata Jivera Kara Krishnara Samsara Koro Charyana Cha Krishnara Samsara Koro Charyana Cha Krishna Jivedaya Krishna Nam Samadama Saha Jivedaya Krishna Nam Samadama Saha Jivedaya Krishna Nam Devagaduna Nityananda Mahajam Patyachina Mata Jivera Karam Yagaduna Nityananda Mahajam Patyachina Mata Jivera Karam Jayanita, 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 Jayanita. Jayanita, Jayado, Jayanita, Jayado. Jayanita, Jayado, Jayanita, Jayado. Jago Haribo, 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 Jago Haribo. Jago Haribo, 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 Jago Haribo. Jai Gopimanande Gurave Gurachandaya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tabhataya Namo 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 Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nivishesa Sunyavadi Pashtarjali Shatharine Vandeham Sri Guru Shita Parakamala Sri Guru Vaishnava Sri Rupam Savajatam Sahagana Raghunatha Vitata Sajivam Sadhutam Savadutam Parijana Saita Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Parasagana Lalita Sri Sakavavitam Cha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagapati Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tata Kanchana Gaurange Radha Brindabanesware Vishalama Suchidevi Panamami Hari Priye Ajana Lambita Raja Karunaka Bhataro Sankirtana Pita Rao Kamalakasa Laksa Vishwambaro Dijabaro Yuga Damna Pado Bandi Jagapriya Karo Karunavataro Namo Mahabadaya Ya Krishna Prima Padayate Krishna Ya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gurati Sinama Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadahara Sivashari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So the Lanitananda's appearance day is just about 3 weeks from now, 4 weeks from now. Nitananda Trayodasi. It's about 4 weeks, right? Very, very auspicious time of the year. Because Lanitananda is called a Krishna Prema Datta. He's the one that actually gives Krishna Prem. As I said, Elonita, Bilinai, and Radha Krishna pertinent, that without Lanitananda, no one can get love of Radha Krishna. And Lanitananda is the Samasta Guru. Samasti Guru. There are 2 types of guru, the Samasti Guru and there is a Vyasti Guru. Samasti Guru means the combination of all gurus. That's Nityananda Tattva. He is the guru is the combination of all the gurus. So which means we have individual, Vyasti Guru is the individual guru, the person who directly initiates each of us. But that guru is the representative of Samasti Guru. So we say Guru is one. When we say Guru is one, that's Lord Nityananda. He's the one that is teaching us, is the Guru, and everybody else, they just representing him. So he's the Guru Tattva. And nobody can attain Lord Chaitanya Prabhu if they don't have the favor of Lord Nityananda. There are many pastimes are there in Nityananda's and Gora pastimes. And of course, when you reach it, how many have read Chaitanya Bhagavat? How many? How many read Chaitanya Bhagavat? Huh? Partly. You've read full book? Okay, scholar. You have to read Chaitanya Bhagavat. It's very, very important. Read from there are about 43 chapters in Chaitanya Bhagavat. So you have to read the whole book because Chaitanya Charitamrita was written after Chaitanya Bhagavat. So of course, the song which I sang, there are many songs of Lord Nityananda. A majority of these songs were composed by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who composed many of these songs. Of course, Srila Narottam Das Thakur, of course, and then other Vaishnava Acharyas who had composed songs of Lord Nityananda. But we are coming in the line of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he has composed many songs by which we can always relish this song, especially on the appearance day of Lord Nityananda. Normally in Bhubaneswara, we will have like a 4-day festival of Lord Nityananda. It's a 4-day festival, whereby every day is about bhajans and kathas of Lord Nityananda. This was during the time of Guru Govinda Maharaj, whereby everyone absorbed in this Lila Katha of Nityananda Prabhu. So about almost 25 years ago now, I decided to publish the book called Nityananda Charitamrita. Some of you must have heard the book, Nityananda Charitamrita. So I published this book about 25 years ago. I think it was released, it first released in the year 2000, I think so. So the book became quite popular in ISKCON. Now, Nityananda Charitamrita itself is actually a section, is part of Chaitanya Bhagavat, because Chaitanya Bhagavat is the one that describes all the activities of Lord Chaitanya and also the activities of Chaitanya Prabhu's associates. So within Chaitanya Bhagavat is the descriptions of all the activities of Lord Nityananda. Nityananda Prabhu is Krishna, is Balaram himself. You know, Brajendra Nandana says, such is Brajendra Nandana, yes, such is Sutta Oilo say, Balaram Oilo Nitai. So Gautam Das Thakur had written, Balaram Oilo Nitai. Balaram becomes Nityananda Prabhu. So Balaram is called Daoji, is the elder brother of Krishna. And so was Nityananda Prabhu, the elder brother. And Nityananda Prabhu, he appeared about 12 years before Lord Chaitanya, about 12 years approximately, before Lord Chaitanya. And then after Mahaprabhu wound up his pastime, when he departed, when he closed up he become unmanifest to our eyes. So Lord Nityananda, he again stayed for another 12 years. So which means 72 years, Nityananda Prabhu was here. Because Lord Chaitanya Prabhu was here for 48 years. But Nityananda Prabhu 12 years before and 12 years after. So if you add 24 plus 48, 72, right? Yeah. So that's the time that Lord Nityananda he appeared. Unfortunately, I could not prepare normally I do seminar with PowerPoint, but I didn't have time. You only told me yesterday afternoon that I could give you talk today. So, but I will try to, to make the class interesting, even though I'm not interesting speaker myself, but I will try. So, and of course, as I speak, if you have any question, you can ask, if you have any questions. So this Chaitanya Bhagavat was written by Vrindavan Das Thakur. And Vrindavan Das Thakur is called Vyasa Avatar. He was the incarnation of Vyasadeva, Vrindavan Das Thakur. And so he's Vyasadeva of Chaitanya Lila, who came and described all the activities of Chaitanya Prabhu and Lord Nityananda. And Vrindavan Das Thakur, he always see that he considered Lord Nityananda as his guru. So Nityananda Prabhu, he was the guru of Vrindavan Das Thakur. So therefore, we can see the importance. So this section of Lord Nityananda's life was extracted from Chaitanya Bhagavat. Now we are in the Nityananda Charitamrita. There are 30 chapters inside the book, 30 chapters. And these 30 chapters are divided into Adi Lila, Madhya Lila, and Antya Lila. Just like Chaitanya Bhagavat was also divided into Adi Lila, Madhya Lila, and Antya Lila, as well as Chaitanya Charitamrita, also Adi Lila, Madhya Lila, and Antya Lila. So the description, which means the childhood pastimes of Lord Nityananda, it's in the Adi Lila, the childhood pastimes. And then when he left home, When Lord Nityananda left home and they started traveling with a sadhu, so the Madhya Lila begins from that. And within that period, within that Madhya Lila period, that's his meeting with Lord Chaitanya, and then the many, many pastimes which they all perform together. So Lord Nityananda is God himself because Balaram. And we should not separate Lord Nityananda from Lord Chaitanya. They actually consider to be one. Like he mentioned here, Sankirtana Pitarao. So Pitarao means the two persons, Nitai and Mahaprabhu. They were the grandfather of Sankirtan movement because they inaugurated the Sankirtana Pitarao. They inaugurated the Sankirtan movement for the age of Kali. So Nitai, they are considered to be Sankirtan Pitarao. So this prayer, which were all composed by Vrindavan Das Thakur, so describing, he said, Ajanalam Bita Bujao, Kanaka Badato, Sankirtanaika Pitarao, Kamalaya Vakshao, Bishwambaro, Bija Baru Yuga, Dharma Palo Bande Jagapriya Karo Karnavatara. That I offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sri Nityananda Prabhu, whose long arms extend to their knees. So which means they have all the symptoms of a Mahapurush, long arms, very tall. Symptoms of a Mahapurush, a great person. They have a very, very distinct personalities. They call the Mahapurush. They have splendid golden complexions, and they inaugurated the congregational chanting of the holy names of the Lord. Their eyes resemble the petals of lotus flowers. They are the maintenance of all the worlds, the best of the Brahmanas, and the protectors of the religious principles for this age. They bring happiness to the people of the world and are the most merciful of all the incarnations. Very, very merciful. Especially, he mentioned the Akroda Paramananda Nityanandaram. Lord Nityananda Prabhu, he never get angry. So that's why it's called Akroda. So one time when Chaitanya Prabhu, after the beginning of the Sankirtan movement, so Lord Chaitanya, he requested Lord Nityananda and Haridas Thakur to go and preach, to go and deliver the policy of the people. So they were both given this order that go door to door, gare, go door to door, from door to door, go and spread, Bolo Krishna, Bhaja Krishna, just tell people, chant Krishna's name, worship Krishna, and learn about Krishna. Bolo Krishna, Bhaja Krishna, Kuro Krishna Sukha. So then both Haridas Thakur and Nityananda Prabhu, so they went to the town. And of course, one special significant quality, nature of Nityananda Prabhu, he was called an Avadut. Avadut basically is like an crazy, is like someone whose behavior is non-conforming behavior, which means he always acting contrary to the general behaviors. So it's called an Avadut. Some Nityananda Prabhu is called Avaduta because his behavior is always like that of a crazy man. But it's mentioned that because Nityananda Prabhu, he was always floating in love of Krishna. He was always, so which means when he walks, he doesn't walk straight because he was always absorbed in love of Krishna. So therefore, because always absorbed working, so like working here and there. So therefore, it's like another dude. He doesn't he doesn't care what the public thinks of him. So when Haridas and Nityananda Prabhu, so they went to town, they will go, whoever they meet, they will tell them, chant Krishna's name, worship Krishna, learn about Krishna, make your life successful. This is what they will do. They do that. And that time in Navadvip, there are so many Kali worshippers, so many Mayavadis, that time. So some may just, but most of the time, they will just chase them away. They get out of here. They will just, chase them away, get out of here most of the time. And then as they were going, they met these two drunkards. These two drunkards, they met them, Jaga and Madai. So, and these two drunkards, they were well known in the city that they are the most, they were fallen Brahmanas. They were fallen Brahmanas. So they became drunkards, sex mongers. They will commit so much atrocity in the town. They will commit a lot of atrocities, raping women, so many things. So the whole time, everybody is afraid of these two persons, Jaga and Madai. And Jaga and Madai happened to be the incarnation of Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha for the age of Kali. Because that was their last birth. First, they were Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, then they became Ravan, Kumbhakan, then Shishupal, then Tabakra, and then in Mahaprabhu's Lila, they became Jagaya and Madai. So these two persons, they will always fight with each other, tear each other's clothes because they are always drunk all the time, drinking so much alcohol, always drunk. So when these two persons, when they were drunk, and Lord Nityananda saw them, and he asked that, who are these two persons? Who are they? So he asked the people around, he said, who are these two persons? So people say, don't go near them. These are very bad. These two fellows, they are very, very bad. Don't go near them. They are the most dangerous person. Don't go near them. So when Nityananda heard this, he said, oh, these two persons, they are the object of the mercy of my Prabhu. They be the object of the mercy of my Prabhu, in this case, Chaitanya Prabhu. So therefore, they are the prime candidates for me to preach to. So then Nityananda Prabhu, he dragged Haridas. So let me just turn this off. So he dragged Haridas along with him. So he dragged Haridas with him. So they went to these two fellows. That, hey, brothers, chant Krishna's name. Worship Krishna. Worship Krishna and learn about Krishna and make your life successful. That is preaching you would normally do to, a sober person. But when Jaga and Madai, when they heard this, they said, who is this? Who are you? They look at them, and then they wanted to beat them. Say, who are you? Get them, beat them. And then they started chasing Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur. They started chasing them. So both of them, they had to run for their lives. So they were chasing them, but they had to run. And eventually, this Jaga and Madai, they lost track of them. So in the evening, they went back to the camp because the instruction of Mahaprabhu was that you go and preach to the people, and In the evening, you come back and report to me. This was the instruction that Chaitanya Prabhu gave. In the evening, you come back and report to me. So they went back to the camp, and then Mahaprabhu, Advaita Acharya, they asked, what was the result of your preaching? How was your Sankirtan today? And then Haridas Thakur was narrating the event, that what happened, how, because especially Nityananda Prabhu being an Avaduta, how he will behave in a very, very unusual way, you know, and sometimes people will just chase them. And then he talked about this Jagai Madai. He said that actually we were lucky today to be alive. So today we are lucky to be alive today, you know, because meeting these two persons, they were going to kill us. And then Haridas Thakur, he described to Advaita Acharya about this, you know, how the characteristics of Nityananda Prabhu, how he was trying to preach to this Jagai Madai. So Haridas, then Advaita Acharya replied, he said, yes, two mad persons, that Jagai Madai is mad and Nityananda Prabhu is also mad. Now, two mad people, they met each other. Now, so we have to see. And then Advaita Acharya was dancing. He said, yeah, we're going to see tomorrow, you're going to see a miracle tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to see a miracle. So the next day, then Nityananda Prabhu, Haridas Thakur, they went back. They went back to town to preach. They again came across this Jagai Madai. Again, Nityananda Prabhu called out to these two fellows that chant Krishna's name. Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Koro Krishna, Sikha. So Madai, he became so angry. He said, what are you saying? Who are you to preach to us? Then he took up a pot, the pot of wine, and then he smashed that on the head of Nityananda Prabhu. Just imagine a pot and then boom, on the head of Nityananda Prabhu. So when Haridas saw this, so immediately he ran. He ran to call Lord Chaitanya what had happened to Nityananda Prabhu. To what had happened. So immediately Lord Chaitanya Prabhu came along with associate. Chaitanya Prabhu was so angry. And when he saw that he saw the scene, and he saw that there's been the head of Nityananda Prabhu was being hurt, and the blood was coming from his head. So Chaitanya Prabhu was very angry. He said, who had done this to my Nitai? And then immediately took up his Sudarshan chakra. He was ready to kill. Chaitanya Prabhu was ready to kill this two person, Jagai Madai. But immediately Nityananda Prabhu said, no, you cannot kill these people. This is not the reason of your avatar. You do not advent yourself to kill the demons. You came to kill demoniac mentality, not to kill the demon as you do in your Krishna avatar. You know, if you have to kill this, you have to kill these two persons, then you're going to have to kill the whole world, because the whole world is like this Jagai Madai. So therefore, what Madai has done to me, I'm not affected by it. I'm not angry by it. I'm not angry by it. And then Nityananda Prabhu actually begged Lord Chaitanya to please not only to forgive these two fellows, but to also give them the topmost benediction, which is love of God. Give these two persons that most rare gift, which was never given before, Krishna Prem. And Nityananda Prabhu said, if there is any pious activities, pious credit, which I have accumulated, if there's any, let this be given to these persons. Whatever pious activities I might have accumulated, let this Parasakti, the result be given to these two persons, Jaga and Madai. So and then of course, Lord Chaitanya Prabhu was pacified. So Nityananda Prabhu became the deliverer of this Jaga and Madai. So therefore, Nityananda Prabhu is called Akroda, which means he never gets angry. He's always very, very merciful. So therefore, we as the Guru Bhaktas, we always pray to Lord Nityananda. We pray to Lord Nityananda because Lord Nityananda, he does not see our faults. He does not take account into our fault. He just look at the inclination that we have to want to render service to the Lord. So Lord Nityananda is called, Krishna Prema Datta. He is the one that brought the love of Krishna and is benedicting the whole world. So which means we cannot say we are devotee of Lord Chaitanya and that we don't recognize Lord Nityananda Prabhu. So we'll be considered to be hypocrites. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, when Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, when he was in his home, he had a brother. And this brother, he called himself a devotee of Lord Chaitanya, but he disregarded Nityananda Prabhu. So for this, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he described this as Ada Kukur Nyaya, half in hen. You only accept the half in hen, the rooster, kukur, Ada Kukur, which means you accept only the half hen. So instead of, how can you take half an hen? It doesn't make any sense to have half an hen. So accepting Nityananda Chaitanya Prabhu and not accepting Lord Nityananda. So it's like somebody taking the half an hen instead of the full. Like the one time when this devotee, who was an associate of Lord Nityananda, his name is Minaketana Ramdas. He was associate of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. So when the Pujari, actually the Pujari, he happened to be, and that was the Pujari was actually the brother of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. So when this Minaketana Ramdas came, when he was an associate of Lord Nityananda, but when he came to the temple, the Pujari did not honor him. Because he's a very great Vaishnava. But he was not honored by this Pujari, who was actually, so when Krishnadas Kaviraj saw this, he said, oh, my brother has fallen. My brother has fallen, so therefore I must renounce this association. So in the evening, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami was very, very distressed, unhappy. So in the nighttime, when he was sleeping, so Lord Nityananda appeared to him, and he told him that, my dear Krishnadas, go to Vrindavan, and then from there you will attain everything. You will attain all things that you go to Vrindavan. So actually Krishnadas, he also considered Lord Nityananda Prabhu to be his guru, even though it was a long time, but still, not really physical. Actually, there was no recorded. There's no record that Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami he directly met Nityananda Prabhu, because when he wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita, it was more than 50 years after the Mahaprabhu left. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami must not have directly met Lord Nityananda, but again, spiritually, meeting does not necessarily have to be physical thing. Just like many of us, sometimes we have so many dreams of great personality, Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta, we have many dreams, and they come to us and they give instructions this way. So many great personalities do like that. So hearing the instructions of Lord Nityananda that he should go to Vrindavan. So the next morning, immediately, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he packed up and then he went to Vrindavan immediately. So I'm going towards this, some of the prayers which was composed by Krishna Vrindavan Das Thakur. First for he said, Namas Trikala Sataya Jagannatha Sutaya Cha Sabhrityaya Saputraya Sakalataya Te Namaha. This prayer you will find in the Chaitanya Bhagavat. Oh my Lord, you eternally exist in the past, present, future, yet you are the son of Jagannath Mishra. I offer my repeated obeisances unto you, along with your servants, your sons, and your consorts. Now there's a note here, which means it says Sabhrityaya, Saputraya, Sakalatraya Tinam. So which means he said that I offer obeisances to your servant, to your sons. But Chaitanya Prabhu did not have any children. So who are the sons? The sons are the Goswamis. They are the sons. They are considered to be the sons. So which means the servant referred to his associates. The sons refers to his Goswami disciples or the different forms of bhakti, such as the chanting of the holy name. Okay. So that's the chanting of the holy name. Consorts can refer to Vishnu Priya as Bhuk Shakti, Lakshmi Priya as Sri Shakti, and Navadip as Nila. So this is just the explanation of this poem, which was composed by Vrindavan Das Thakur. And then in his diary, Murari Gupta, in his Kadacha, he had written, Avatino sa karunyo parichinto sadishwara, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Dao Brataro Bhaje. So these two persons, Nitya and Chaitanya, they were brothers. Dao Brataro. Brataro means two brothers. So he said, Brataro Bhaje, I worship these two persons. I worship the two brothers, Sri Krishna Chaitanya and Sri Nityananda, who have descended into this world as the supreme controllers. Concealing their true forms, they have mercifully descended to this world. So one may ask, how come we can say that Nityananda Prabhu and Lord Chaitanya, they are brothers? After all, Nityananda Prabhu, he appeared in Ekachakra, while Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in Navadip, in Mayapur. So it's a big distance. And also the time of the appearance was vastly different, 12 years. So how can we say they are brothers? Now, and of course, the brother, Vishwambara what's his name? Vishwarup. So he was supposedly the brother of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Vishwarup, he took sannyas when Lord Chaitanya was a youngster. So he took sannyas because that time his father was asking him to get married. So immediately Vishwarup left home and took sannyas. So now, so actually it was described by the Acharyas that actually when Vishwarup, when he left home, that he entered the body of, that he and Lord Nityananda, they marched together. They marched into one form. That was the description. Some other writings of the various, some other biography, there are many biographies of Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, many biographies. So some biography that describe the margin of Vishwarup and Chaitanya Prabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. So there was one time when Sachimata, she had a dream one time. She had a dream, and in this dream, because Sachimata in their house, they have the deity of, she has the deity of Krishna Balaram in their house. So in the dream, she saw that Krishna Balaram and Nitai, Nimai and Nitai, both of them as young boys, Kumar as young boys. So she saw that both of them, they were fighting with Krishna Balaram because the offering was made to Krishna Balaram, and then Gonitai, they were going to take this offering. They were going to take this offering, and then Krishna Balaram said, they said, no, this offering is for us, it's not for you. So, but there was an argument between the, so they became four. You have Krishna Balaram and then you have Gonitai. Actually, Krishna Balaram became Gonitai. They became Gonitai. But Sachimata, she was seeing this dream that both Krishna Balaram and Gonitai, they were, they were performing, they were trying to snatch food from each other, whereby Krishna Balaram, they were telling Gonitai that, hey, you son of Brahmana, you don't disturb us here. Yeah, you don't disturb us. And why Gonitai, they're telling Krishna Balaram that, oh, you can no longer steal in this age. You can no longer, because you are famous for stealing butter, you can no longer steal in this age, like that. So this is very, very beautiful pastime. You can read that in the Chaitanya Bhagavat. You can read it. It's also here in this book, also Nityananda Chaitamrita. So when Sachimata, when she had this dream, and then when she woke up, she told Nimai, Mahaprabhu, Nimai that, hey, Nimai, I just had this dream. You and Nitai, you were fighting with Krishna Balaram. You were fighting together, trying to snatch food from each other. And so she described the dream she had. So Nimai, she smiled. He said, oh, but don't tell this dream to anybody. It's a very special dream. Don't tell anyone. So many pastimes was there that when after Nityananda Prabhu, when he came to Navadvip, and then so there are many pastimes that Sachimata, she will say that, oh, Nimai, you are my sons, you are my sons, you are Nitai, you are Nimai, you are brother. So many pastime is like that. Now so I'm doing a random thing. I'm not going in a sequence, because if we had to go in terms of the sequence of the leelas, it will take a long time. But basically, the Harai Pandit, he was the father of Lord Nityananda. Harai Pandit was his father. Maybe the mother was is it Padmavati? Yeah, that's the mother. He was Harai Pandit. The affection that Harai Pandit had for Lord Nityananda was so deep affection that he had. Now, from the childhood of Nityananda's Prabhu's life, from the childhood, he was always absorbed in Krishna Lila and Krishna's pastimes. So all his friends, they will enact many pastimes, just like many children in the village. They will play together. They will play so many hide and seek, different play. But Nityananda Prabhu and all his, he will gather together all his mates, and then they will perform activities, but they will enact different pastimes of Lord Krishna. They will enact different pastimes of different avatars, especially Ram avatars, Ram Lila pastimes, many activity like that. And there was one Lila which they were performing, and in this Lila, Nitai, he had played the role of Lakshmana. And this role of Lakshmana, that he played the role of Lakshmana, whereby there's supposed to be a fight or in Lanka, the fight of Ravana. So then Nityananda Prabhu, he told his friend that when we are playing, because I'm playing the role of Lakshmana, if when Lakshmana was fighting with Meghnad, Indrajit, when the Indrajit shoot his arrow and the Lakshmana supposedly, fell unconscious. So he said that if you see me falling unconscious, just chant Hare Krishna and then I will get up. But in this particular pastime, when during the fight of Lanka, one of the friends who was playing the role of Meghnad, Indrajit, he threw an arrow, but actually threw a flower. As I say, he threw a flower. He said, "Oh, Lord Lakshmana, this is my arrow, my weapon." I throw it like shooting it at Lakshmana. But when this flower hit the chest of Nityananda Prabhu, but in the form of, because he was playing the role of Lakshmana, so he fell down unconscious. So when he fell down unconscious, and then everybody became full of anxiety. I wondered what's going on, what's happening. Nita had fallen unconscious. They tried to find a way to call him. He could not get up. So everyone was full of anxiety. So they went to call all the villagers, including Nitai's father, Hare Pandit, that this is happened. Nita has fallen down and is not getting up. So they make so many efforts to get him, to have him to get up. He will not get up because he was deeply absorbed in the role of Lakshmana. So, and then one of the boys, he remembered that, if Nita said that if he fell down, then if the boy who's playing the role of Anuma, he should go and bring the Sanjivani herb. He should go and bring it. It just on the flower. So this boy remembered that, and then they went to bring the so-called Sanjivani. They put it in the nose of Nitai with chanting, and then so he got up. And then everybody was relieved. So now, and then some of the villagers, they asked him that, what is all these pastimes? How did you know all these pastimes? Because they will perform so many lilas of many incarnations. So they asked him that, how did you know of all these pastimes? Then he replied, these are my pastimes. These pastimes are mine. That's what he replied. Because the same person who have come in many incarnations, he has come Lakshmana, Ram Lakshmana, or Krishna Balaram, same person. So you find these activities in the Adi Lila. And then one time when Lord Nityananda Prabhu, he was in his house, and then there was one Brahmana came to the house. That time he was like around 12 years old, about 12 years old. So one Brahmana came to the house. He was a guest of Arai Pandit. So this Brahmana, then he requested Arai Pandit that give me yours. I want you to give me something. I want something from you. So Arai Pandit said, whatever you want, because a sadhu had come to the house, said, whatever you want, I will give you. Because it's a sadhu who had come to the house. Say, whatever you want, I will give you. And the sadhu, he said, give me your son, because I need I'm a sannyasi, and I need an assistant to travel with. So give me your son to travel with me. So when Arai Pandit, when he heard this, he was very, very much mortified. He said, oh, you are just like another Vishwamitra, because Vishwamitra, who went to the Dasarath palace and asked for the Ram Lakshman to accompany him to the forest. He said, oh, you are just like another Vishwamitra, but he could not refuse because he had made a pledge. He could not refuse the pledge. So with in a very heartbroken way, he allowed Nitai to go with this sadhu, this sannyasi. And then after he left, then Arai Pandit, then he left his body. He went back to the spiritual world. From the time, of course, that time when Nityananda Prabhu never come back home. He just left. He took sannyasi and then he left. And then with these sannyasis, they travel to all the places of pilgrimage. He went all over India, everywhere he went. He was traveling for a long time. Many, many years he was traveling. And then he reached Vrindavan. So when he reached Vrindavan, so he remembered all his previous pastimes as Balaram. And then he said, okay, I'm going to stay here in Vrindavan. And then when Krishna comes, when Krishna reveals himself, then I will go and meet him. Because I know that Krishna is coming as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He said, I will go and meet him when Krishna comes. So he was in Vrindavan for a long time. There's one place in Vrindavan called Nityananda Bhat, Sringabat. You been there, Sringabat? Yeah. That's a place where Lord Nityananda Prabhu was staying. So when Chaitanya Prabhu, when he started his pastime, his Sankirtan pastime, after he came back from Gaya, so Mahaprabhu needed to start his Sankirtan Lila. And then so Nityananda Prabhu, he knew that yes, now Mahaprabhu, he has come to Navadvip. Now he had to go and meet his brother. So when Nityananda Prabhu, he arrived in Navadvip, Arai Pandit, Lord Chaitanya Prabhu, he told all his followers, he said, a great personality has come. A great personality has come. So therefore, all of you should go and search out for this personality. Go and search out for him. And Nityananda Prabhu, Chaitanya Prabhu, he was describing all the characteristics of Lord Nityananda. That is even before they met. So he said, a great personality has come to Navadvip. So you must all go and search for him and bring him here and bring him. So the devotees, they went through all directions. They went everywhere they went. They could not find him. They could not find this person that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu have described. They could not find him. So they were going everywhere they were going. So they came back at the end of the day. They said, well, Mahaprabhu, we could not find this person that you've described. You could not find this. We could not find him. So Mahaprabhu replied that, yes, how can you find the absolute truth? Absolute truth cannot be found by our own, speculation, just like that. Unless the absolute truth reveal himself, you cannot find him by your own effort. It cannot be found. And then Mahaprabhu said, okay, he told you, what is, now all of you follow me. All of you follow me. And then everyone followed Mahaprabhu. And then Mahaprabhu went to the house of Nandanacharya, which is at Iskam. So they went to the house of Nandanacharya, and this is where Nityananda Prabhu was staying. And then the meeting of Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita and Chaitanya Prabhu, it was such a very, very intense meeting, because when both brothers saw each other, they were both filled with immense ecstasy. Both of them, feeling immense ecstasy. They fell down, so much tears coming from their eyes when they both saw each other. And then Chaitanya Prabhu offered prayers to Nityananda Prabhu, and Nityananda Prabhu also offered prayers to Chaitanya Prabhu. And then both of them embraced each other. And all the devotees, they became very, very blissful. Say, Jai, Jai, became very, very blissful. And then this is the beginning of Sankirtan movement. And then we have the first Vyasa Puja, which was performed. The Vyasa Puja ceremony, the 24 hours of this Mahaprakash Lila, which was performed during the Abhishek ceremony of Chaitanya Prabhu. So a lot of this beautiful pastime, which are there. From next month on, February, March, both Nityananda Prabhu's appearance and then all the way to Go Lila, Go pastime. So these 2 months can be filled with the descriptions of the pastimes of Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Prabhu. So I think you should be asking questions. I want you to be asking me something. I don't want to, because this is not like a regular class. I'm just saying like a just brief introduction to this book. So the whole Nityananda Charitamrita it's all about this. It's all about these pastimes. It's filled up with these pastimes only, the Nityananda, the life of Lord Nityananda, his life, his activities, and all that. Huh? You want to say something? Okay.
I want to know the names of books which describe the history of Gaudiya Vaishnavas who appeared after 6 Goswamis. One book which I know is Bhakti Ratnakar. Can you please name more similar books?
There are many books. We have the Prema Vilas. Prema Vilas, I published that book some years ago. A very beautiful book that described the Lila, the pastimes of the devotees that came after 6 Goswamis, especially the life of Srinivasa Acharya, Prema Vilas, Narottam Das Thakur, Shyamananda, and also the first Gopunim, which was observed in the Keturi festival. The first Gopunim was done almost at least 50 years, after the disappearance of Mahaprabhu. And Janava Mata was there also, because Janava Mata was the wife of Lord Nityananda, Janava Mata. So the book Prema Vilas is very nice historical book. And then of course you have Bhakti Ratnakar was there, and there are many other books which describe the life of devotees after the 6 Goswami. Now there's one book I'm compiling now. This book is called Bhaktamala. And this Bhaktamala is actually describing the life of devotees. Devotees like from the long time, from original devotees of Lord Vishnu, associates of Lord Vishnu, then the devotees of Lord Ramachandra, then of course different incarnations, then different devotees of Lord Krishna, then Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Gaudiya Acharyas, and many of all their Sampradayas, who are all Vaishnavas, Sampradayas. So they are described here, and of course all the intimate story of the Goswamis of Vrindavan, their intimate stories, the detailed story of the Goswamis, they were also there. So, but the main book which we have now, like Prema Vilas, is there, but Ratnaka is there. So other one I cannot remember, the other books, but I cannot remember off my head. Yeah.
We hear about Lord Nityananda, that he took initiation, some say from Mahaprabhu, some say from Lakshmana. What exactly is that?
Yeah, that's the. So Nityananda Prabhu, he was because he and Madhavendra Puri, they were associates. Even though Madhavendra Puri was very, very old, a person, while Nityananda Prabhu was young. But they met together. They met together in I think in Nadia, and I'm not sure. I think it was Vrindavan. They met together in Vrindavan, Madhavendra Puri. And now Nityananda Prabhu will always regard Madhavendra Puri as his guru, because Madhavendra Puri was very elderly. He was quite elderly. Whereas Lord Nityananda was very young, was quite young. So Nityananda Prabhu will always consider Madhavendra Puri as his guru. But according to the historians, the Lakshmipati Tita basically was the guru of Advaita Acharya and also Nityananda Prabhu. Yeah, Advaita Acharya, I think Lakshmipati Tita, because Madhavendra Puri, yeah, because Advaita Acharya was also very elderly, so it's like he and Lord Nityananda, they were said to be like God brothers. And that's why they were always fighting together. But their fighting was not like ordinary fighting, was like a humorous spiritual fighting. But they always like fighting each other because they were like God brothers. So, I think Advaita Acharya, he was also initiated by Madhavendra Puri. So, just the clear cut is like some say is disciple of Lakshmipati Tita, some say disciple of Madhavendra Puri. Yeah, as I said, some say that is Lakshmipati Tita. We've had that debate a long time, based on according to the history. But the fact is that Nityananda Prabhu always considered Madhavendra Puri as his guru, because Madhavendra Puri was elderly, he was old, whereas Nityananda Prabhu was young. They had association together. They met each other. But in terms of his who he was initiated by, it's not clear in the scriptures. It's not really clear in the Shastra. It's just by what depends on which book you read. So, but Ratnaka may say something different. And there are other books, but the titles. Yeah, Chaitanya Mangala is there. Another book is there, Chaitanya Mangala, written by Luchandas Thakur. Anyway, there are a few biographies out there which explains. And again, we should not be so much concerned who his guru is. He is the guru. So he is guru. So there was one time when one sadhu, he came to the house of Advaita Acharya. So he was a guest of Advaita Acharya. And then he asked Advaita Acharya, because that time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just took sannyas. So this sadhu, he came to Advaita Acharya And he asked Advaitacharya that, who is the guru of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Who is his guru? Who's his guru? So, and the Advaitacharya said, well, it depends what angle, what consideration you are looking at. Just social consideration or the ultimate consideration. It depends on what angle you want to see. But this person was very, very curious. And then I said, okay, from social point of view, it was initiated by Keshava Bharati. But the moment Achyutananda, who was 5-year-old boy, the son of Advaitacharya, when he heard this, he came out to the front, running. He was naked, young boy, 5-year-old. He came running. So that he became angry. He said, Father, what are you saying? You are going to destroy the society. How can you say that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has a guru? How can you say he has a guru? He is the Jaga Guru, Krishna Manda Jaga Guru, the spiritual master of the whole world. Who can be his guru? So by you saying that such a person is his guru, you are spoiling the whole world. So when Advaita Prabhu heard this, he was very happy. He said, oh, my dear boy, actually, you are my guru. He was, the Advaita was so happy, and then he embraced his son. Said, yeah, you are the true son. You really know. So the Lord may perform lila. They say, okay, this person guru, and we just accept that just lila, that's just pastime. That's so some of these things are not super clear in terms of who initiated by or not initiated by now. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. The sannyasi who came and took Nityanand Prabhu on the pilgrimage.
Yeah.
About him, nothing is mentioned later on. Only Nityanand Prabhu in different places it is mentioned.
Yeah.
Who is that sannyasi and where he came? And
so, like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some say that that sannyasi might have been Vishwarup. It might have been Vishwarup who came to merge with his farm, to merge with Nityanand. That's what some say. Because that sannyasi who took Nityanand Prabhu, it was never, nothing was ever said about him again. Again, it was just, that story just disappeared. It's like after they left Kachakra and they start traveling, we only know about the traveling of Nityananda. We don't know nothing about it. Nothing was written about the sannyasi, which means very mysterious sannyasi. Mysterious. Again, but that, as they said, the authorities, they said that that person was none other than the Vishwarup, that person. The elder brother, yeah, was his elder brother. Vishwarup is his elder brother. Yeah.
I had two questions. One, like you mentioned, two things we hear regularly, this celebration of first Gaur Purnima, Kheturi festival.
Yeah.
Right? So, and that was like many years after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's disappearance. So then I always had a doubt, like how it could be possible. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, like he's the Prandhan of all the Gaudiya Vaishnavas and they're not celebrating Gaur Purnima. So how to believe that this is the first Gaur Purnima?
Yeah, the first Gaur Purnima was that Kheturi festival.
Because
that's when there was installation of six set of deity installation. And then Geneva Matam herself was there. Actually, there was one time when after the disappearance of Mahaprabhu, all the Vaishnavas, they all became disjointed. They become kind of went their separate ways. So, and then Narottam Das Thakur, he wanted to bring back all the Vaishnavas, together, because everybody has gone to different camps. So, I mean, everybody have formed different camps. So, but Narottam Das Thakur wanted to bring back everybody together. So he organized this festival and he invited all the Vaishnavas. He invited them from Vrindavan, from Odisha, from everywhere, and then the Janavi Mata also came. who was the Nityananda Shakti, the wife of Lord Nityananda. So she also, and she actually the president. She presided over the festival. So it was the Gopani, and that's when when Gopani was first celebrated was that festival. So which means before that there was no Gopani celebration. I mean, devotees, they know the date, but just not celebrated. But the first celebration was that Keturi festival.
I also heard that there's one more description. I think I'm forgetting that Acharya's name, mostly Hari Sarkar or someone else, Raghunath Das Thakur. So they were also celebrating. There is a description that they were celebrating, and Chaitanya and Nityananda, everyone appeared in that kirtan also. So the same way they appeared in Keturi festival, so they appeared here also. At past time also they were also celebrating.
Which description? Which one is that?
I heard in one lecture.
Huh? Yeah, I mean, this all Nari Raghunath does. This all Mahaprabhu's associates. But again, because we have to go by what is recorded, what has been said by the scriptures. So I know that the first festival of Gopani was the Keturi festival.
Many years later, after Chaitanya Prabhu disappeared.
Yeah, it's many years after, at least 50 years after
50
Mahaprabhu's
years.
disappearance. So which means it wasn't celebrated before. And many of these other Vaishnavas, because after Mahaprabhu left, all his intimate associates, they could not bear to live, they could not bear to stay. So they all left also. They couldn't bear. Because the separation of Mahaprabhu cannot be tolerated. So many personalities they left that time. So anyway, it was Narottam Das Thakur who initiated the Gopani. He was in.
And one more question, we also hear this that Chaitanya Prabhu started his Sankirtan movement after initiation of Ishwar Puri. So
Yeah, when he came back to Nadia.
In CC in Adi Lila it is said, like if you see first Adi Lila chapter 16, when Chaitanya Prabhu goes to East Bengal, there it is written clearly he started at Sankirtan movement, which was before initiation actually.
Yeah,
Because in the
now,
next chapter initiation happens in the 17th chapter.
yeah,
Like
you have to know there are other scriptures before the CC. They have so many, actually many Chaitanya Lilas are there. Chaitanya Bhagavat, you have Mukunda in Kadacha, Chaitanya Chandramita, and many books are there. The Chaitanya Chandramita was actually is like the last of all the biographies, the last ones. There are other biographies which are written before Krishnadas Kaviraj CC. So it's like Chaitanya Chandramita basically just put all of them together in a kind of like a capsule form. But there are many others which you are written. Okay, so I was trying to think what you just said. Sorry, I'm an old man, I keep forgetting. So how come I keep forgetting? I don't know. There's one point I was trying to make one point.
chronology, something.
Yeah, I don't know what, something just snapped out of my mind. So anyway, for example, the first Goswamis that went to Vrindavan was Lokana Goswami and Tambugaba. They were the first who went to Vrindavan. And then the sixth Goswami came, Rup Sanatan, then Gopal Bhatta, Raghunath Bhatta, then Raghunadas Goswami, and then Jiva Goswami he was the youngest among all the six Goswamis. And then Jiva Goswami, of course, he gave training to Narottam Das Thakur, Srinivasacharya, and Samananda. So now, Narottam Das Thakur, Srinivasa Shamananda, they were contemporary of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. They were his contemporary. But however, the Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he did not put them in the Chaitanya Charitamrita because they told him not to do that. So he did not put them, which means their story was not put in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, but because when Narottam, Srinivas, and Shamananda, when they were taking all the scriptures to Bengal from Vrindavan, because Jiva Goswami had told them, send them out to go take this book and go to Bengal and spread this writing of the Goswamis. So that time, Chaitanya Charitamrita was also part of it. It was also included among all the scriptures taken to Bengal. And it was said that, that when Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, when he heard that the scriptures had been stolen by the thieves, by dacoit, so he gave up his body when he heard that the scriptures had been stolen, which means if it had been stolen, then how can humanity adding to hear about this? So they will say that he gave up his body. But again, some say that that is not true. But that Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he lived for some more time before eventually leaving his body. So sometimes you will have different explanation, different. Sometimes you will hear it. So and that happens a lot among the writings of the Vaishnava. It always happens. For example, you will read something in the Chaitanya Mangal, and then you read something different in another one. Now, the first writing, the first biography of Lord Chaitanya is Murari Gupta Kadacha, Murari Gupta diary. It's called a Chaitanya Charitamrita Mahakavya. It's called Chaitanya. So that's the first biography. And then there are other many books written by Kavi Kanapu. He had written many. So many acharyas, they wrote many books about the life of Lord Chaitanya, the life of Lord Nityananda, like that. And of course, for us, what has been given to us by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So basically, we just read those, we study those only. So we know, of course, Brahma-Vila is one of many of them. We have the book like Chaitanya Bhagavad, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and there's some other books which describe the life of Advaita Acharya, and some say, oh, this is not authorized. So there are some books like that. They say, oh, this book is not authorized. Why? The people say it's not authorized because they've not heard it from our immediate acharyas. So they will say, oh, this book is not authorized. Don't read it. So it's there. So which means we have to use our own judgment sometimes when reading all the scriptures. We have to use our own judgment, sometimes. Okay. Okay.
Once one very senior devotee, he told us, he was sharing his realization in his class. I have heard him in his recorded lecture. So he was telling that just like there's a noon time when the sun is at the maximum heat, it is dissipating. Same way Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance is like that because this is the 50th year of Brahma. So he's in the full potency is coming now. And other kalpas means other years of Brahma. 51st year and before 51st. He comes, but not in his full potency. So this is mentioned somewhere like this.
Well, it mentioned that Mahaprabhu, just like Krishna comes once in a day of Brahma, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also comes once in a day of Brahma. So this is explained that way. Krishna comes once in a day of Brahma, usually in his 50th year. So Mahaprabhu also comes also in one day of Brahman. Because Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. Now, another thing is that the Sankirtan movement, now, before Mahaprabhu inaugurated the Sankirtan movement, Hare Krishna mantra was being chanted. The devotees, they were chanting Hare Krishna mantra before. It wasn't that Hare Krishna mantra was not being, it was being chanted. But what was introduced by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was Prem Nam Sankirtan. But through Nam Sankirtan, you will develop love for Krishna. So it's Prem Nam Sankirtan. This is what was given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that's what make it different. Otherwise, before, personality like Advaita Acharya, Srivasa Acharya, they were chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. When Mahaprabhu took birth, when he appeared on midnight, not midnight, during around 7 o'clock. So that time it was an eclipse. So all the Navadvip Basis, they all went to the Ganga and they all chanting because it was an eclipse day. So they were chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. So they were chanting. So the chanting was always been there. And when Mahaprabhu was a child, he would be crying. And then they would be figuring out how to stop his crying. They will give him gifts, he will not stop crying. So one time, one lady, they chanted the Hare Krishna, chanted in the Nam, and then the baby stopped crying. So they said, oh, okay, anytime he cried, we just chant, and then if we just chant, they will stop crying. So in that way, the Mahaprabhu letting people know that, yes, the real Dharma for the age is the Hare Krishna mantra. So he introduced Nam Sankirtan, he introduced Prem Nam Sankirtan. That's the difference between the Nam which is chanted before and what has been introduced by Gaura-Nitai. It's Prem Nam Sankirtan. It's the same name, but the development of love for God. That's what has been given. Huh? Is that?
That senior devotee was telling that 50th year of Brahma is there. So in this year of Brahma, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came in his full potency, and before years, he comes once in a day of Brahma, in different years of Brahma. But then that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who comes in different years of Brahma is not in that full
Actually,
potency.
day of Brahma, day, not year, day of Brahma.
Yeah, within a year, there are many days. So in those incarnations when he comes, he's not in his full potency. Is there some mention like that? I'm asking that point.
That is not in his full potency, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like that he was speaking.
Now, as I mentioned before, that just as Krishna comes once in a day of Brahma, not yet, no, once in a day of Brahma.
Yeah.
Similarly, also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also comes once in a day of Brahma. This is what's been explained by the Acharyas. When his day is full potency is manifest. That one day of Brahma. So now, even though, yes, there are 1,000 yugas in one day of Brahman, and each of the yugas, there's the Sankirtan process, because that's the Dharma, that's the religion for the age, you know. The Yuga Dharma is Nam Sankirtan. Every Kali Yuga, but not in every Kali Yuga there's no, Prem Nam Sankirtan. That is not there. Only the Yuga that Mahaprabhu came. That is the only explanation I can give you based on what the Acharyas have taught us. Okay. All right. So I guess you all have some other duties. Huh? Oh, it's prashara time. Oh, okay. Sorry, I ate already. So anyway, thank you very much that I'm able to come here. So I will, in the future, if I get invitation, I will come back. I leave tomorrow morning. We are going to Kaga tomorrow. So if I get invitation, I will come back here. Maybe we can spend more time discussing the sastras. Especially, I'm working on Bhakta Mala. Everybody's going to love it. So when it's released, maybe I can come to Pune. We can have some kind of discourse on it, Bhakta Mala. Bhakta Mala is the life of devotees. Very, very sweet book. And this book will teach you how to be a devotee of Krishna. Okay. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna.